At a grave, a stranger saw a cat. He initially believed her to be a stray, but the cat remained there every time he returned. The cat had a really strange air about it. The riddle of the town was answered when this man, one day, followed the cat's tail. What the cat had hidden had left everyone in disbelief. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. We leave our homes every day for a variety of reasons. Our days can go just as planned at times, devoid of any unexpected events or startling revelations, but occasionally they don't. This is also how the uncommon meeting in this tale started. Kelly Pritno, an Indonesian guy from Central Java, went on a walk one evening. This time, unlike every other day, he heard an odd, faint noise as he passed a nearby cemetery. He might have continued on, ignoring it, but instead, he came to a quick stop. He wanted to turn around at first, but then he started to wonder. He was curious as to what was creating the sound. Though it was the best thing since sliced bread, he dismissed the notion as soon as it occurred to him. He wondered what a cat could be doing on its lonesome in a cemetery instead of curled up with its owner and getting some wonderful snuggles. From a distance, he followed the sound and noticed a form gently moving next to a tomb. He couldn't be certain what he was seeing from a distance since, at that point, the source of the sound had stopped. He wondered if it was a piece of clothing being blown by the wind. However, when he approached the gravestone, he understood what it was. Yes, it was a cat, but this one didn't look like any other kitten he had seen. You know, the look of a cat can make virtually anybody feel better, but when a cat is depressed, their star-like eyes take on a melancholy expression. This cat looked just like this. Kelly wasn't a huge cat person, but something about this one appealed to him. Kelly wished he had answers for the million questions the animal's eyes communicated. The cat began meowing once again as the man drew nearer to her. Kelly thought the cat was depressed because of the way she purred. But why was this cat's appearance so depressing? Was she in mourning? Kelly had never heard of cats grieving over their loved ones, but he had heard tales of dogs doing so. So, was this one grieving? Or was it just a stray that would eventually leave the cemetery? Let me explain the idea of grief for cats before I go on with this narrative. Because cats are unable to express their emotions, their owners must infer their feelings from the way they behave. It's also a well-known fact that cats experience joy, sorrow, fear, and of course, mourning. Some cats show their sadness in numerous ways, such as by walking or purring differently, sleeping more than normal, or losing their appetite. While some acknowledge that cats experience grief, others think that cats are incapable of feeling sorrow or comprehending loss. As a consequence, they blame any behavioral shifts on regular adjustments brought on by the loss of a significant other. It's been said that when a cat loses a friend, it's the life and activities they used to enjoy that they miss, not the owner. Let's see whether the cat in this tale can disprove the doubters. First, why does she even continue to visit the grave? Was she really in mourning? To find out, keep watching. Kelly reasoned that the cat was likely allowing his feelings to take over after he had been looking at it for a few minutes. Perhaps the cat was not really in mourning. "It has to be a stray," he said. "Hello, feline," Kelly said to himself. "I hope you have a great life because I guess I won't see you again." After giving the cat one more look, he turned to go. Kelly observed something that made his heart melt a few days later while strolling by the same cemetery. The kitty was the same one. She was snuggling the blue headstone and rolling in the ground this time. Kelly was taken aback to see her there once more. Before leaving, he said, "Does she live here?" He was certain that Kelly's attendance at the graveyard wasn't coincidental because she kept seeing the cat there every week. She was doing this for a reason. Regretfully, only she knew about it. After a few weeks, Kelly's compassion overcame him, and he made the decision to assist the cat, who was still making her home atop the gravestone. He thus went to the tomb one day, got the cat, and brought her home. He was prepared to show the cat the kind of love and attention that she was clearly not receiving at the cemetery. To Kelly's amazement, though, the cat left his residence practically as soon as she arrived. Kelly reasoned that maybe she was having a rough day and tried again later. Regretfully, nothing changed. She went back to the cemetery every time he brought her home, Kelly gave up trying to get the cat home after a long struggle. However, he wasn't the only one who attempted to adopt this cat. The residents also developed a deep affection for the kitty as word of her story spread. She was approached by many who wanted to adopt her and provide her with a cozy bed, but she turned them down. It didn't matter to this cat how chilly it was outside. No other house's warmth would do for her. All she wanted to do was roll about in the dirt near the grave and purr pitifully. Even though the cat didn't want them, Kelly and the others continued to be polite to her. They pretended to be her family since they believed she had no one else to feed her. The cat still prefers to go home even after we give her some food and drink. Kelly replied, "She's at the grave every day." The cat kept resting at the grave for months after that. Everyone was curious as to how the cat and the cemetery might be related. Though several theories circulated, nobody was aware of the reality until one day. Kelly saw the cat wandering in a direction he had never seen her go that day when he went to the gravestone as usual. Where may she be traveling? Was she finally rising from the dead? Has she established a home? Kelly trailed his thoughts after the feline. "I followed her, and she was going to the house where she used to live," said Kelly. Finding out that the cat had a home all along shocked him greatly. Kundari, the elderly owner of the cat, passed away a few months prior. Kelly met her children, who revealed that the cat had refused to sleep in the house ever since her death. She went to the grave instead. She would just stay to eat, then head back to her tomb, her home. Kelly felt at ease now that he finally knew the complete truth. He realized that being at the cemetery meant the world to her and made her happy, so he stopped worrying about the cat. Even though the furry baby's only means of communication with her owner is by nuzzling her blue headstone, she is incredibly loyal and not ready to leave her side. Although heartbreaking to witness, it only goes to show how attached animals are to their people, Kelly said. "I don't know what happened to this cute kitty, but Kelly says she spent a year at the tomb. Call it what you want, but I see this as unadulterated love and devotion. Cats certainly grieve. This cat was at her owner's grave for a year, yet she could have left after a few days or even weeks. She may not have realized that her owner would never return, but she was obviously missing her. Such wonderful stories keep proving the doubters wrong. It might seem nearly impossible for us to get over the loss of a loved one. This small cat demonstrates how much animals understand our grief. Her year-long grieving shows how everyone, two- or four-legged, handles grief in a unique manner. Please share this heartwarming tale of genuine love and loyalty if you believe that animals have feelings on a par with my own. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.